When I tell y'all, I'm so glad nobody here yet, because I'm kind of like fuming. Take a breath. Of all the nights, I'm looking for any haters to come in. Tonight, I can't even get a hater to come in and listen to me. Y'all are not going to believe how one of those Dem'O'Rats treated me tonight. I said, oh, okay, that's how rabbits jump. They be bouncing their ass all over the place. It was disgusting. I went over there in the house. I don't know if I was invited, uninvited. I don't know what the hell happened. But when I tell you the tension cut like a knife when I sat down, I said, my God, it's so peaceful tonight. It was so peaceful. I thought everything was okay. When I get ready to show y'all this story, y'all gonna listen. Because I'm on 2 lives right now. StreamYard. Listen, if I have to tell y'all how them Dem'O'Rats did me tonight, we're going to take a look at who in the hell rose Lilith. I was totally appalled. I said, you mean to tell me I invited all my guests over here to come and entertain y'all? And y'all didn't even give my guests a chance to even be introduced to me? They lost their cotton picking guy. When I tell you they lost their damn, didn't I tell y'all they lost their damn mind so far tonight? Until when I first started out, y'all, this was a belt. This was a belt. Go look at the video from earlier. I had to wrap this damn thing around me, and I had done did the tube loop on them. And then I put that biker boy chain over there. And then they made me so mad over there on the other end. I said, man, I got to come caged up. So I came caged up. I'm trying to be caged up right now so I can realize that, you know, maybe you sat to somebody's house and you already knew they didn't want you there. But, you know, you went ahead and got over there anyway because somebody always setting you up. I said, but you know what? I said, I'm going to take a little bit of grain with the salt. I said, I'm going to take the grain with the salt, y'all. I'm going to take the grain with the salt. I had to take the grain with the salt. I had to sit there. They see me doing it, and ooh, if I could. Now, y'all know how I get. When I go to getting too cute, I don't know how to get through the story. See, this one right here burns me up so goddamn bad. I might go to talk about them Dem'O'Rats so bad tonight until y'all say, there's no way. Y'all going to say, there's no way that lady feel like that about them. And it gonna be the God's honest truth. I swear for God. I'm telling y'all what I got to listen, y'all, what I got to talk to y'all about tonight. Y'all might think I'm joking. I smell some rats. I smell some rats that they never like to answer the question. But one thing that I noticed tonight, sometimes when you're dealing with rats, you got to show a rat that, see, they think, oh, if we talk about this, it's going to take that back. If we talk about this, it's going to take that back. If we talk about this, it's going to take that back. But what they don't understand is a person like me, it don't matter what you talk about. If it goes back to Democrats have failed our country, it don't matter what situation you talk about. I can always throw them Democrats and those rats right back in the goddamn hole. And I'm going to let y'all see what I mean right now. See, because they feel like if you talk about abortion, it don't have nothing to do with Democrat and the rats. If you talk about the black farmers, it don't have nothing to do with the Dem'O'Rats and the crats. If you talk about goddamn immigration, it don't have nothing to do with the Dem'O'Rats. Listen, I'm telling y'all, it don't matter what question y'all put in the chat with me. I guarantee you I'll show y'all the other side of how Dem'O'Rats have been treating us. Y'all start asking me the questions and watch me give you a logical answer. It doesn't matter what we're talking about. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. It really doesn't matter what we talk about with Dem'O'Rats. The reason why it doesn't matter is because everything we talk about, we did not go in ruins until we had Dem'O'Rats in the house. And the Dem'O'Rats did not start with Biden. And it don't matter what we talk about. See, that's why I tried to wait my turn, because whether I waited my turn or not, Everything was going to link back to when do you think all of this pretty much started? Where it started getting out of control and snowballing on us. See, they ain't want me to talk. People even put it in the chat. They say, oh, we want to hear the queen. And he knew it. I say, see them eyes? I say, that's what fish eyes do for you, boy. They don't tell you. They try to neglect you. I say, but see, this not a neglect for me. This an upgrade for me. The reason why it's an upgrade for me is because now I know how to get you back. I just come to my own house and then I react. Get me? Because you're going to want me back until you don't want me back. And by the time you don't want me back, I'm going to have somebody else that want me back. They all going to want me back. All you got to do is tell the truth to be you. Put the Lord and orunmila at the tip of your heart. I tell you, you can be you. Because it don't matter. It doesn't matter. When we listen to what's going on, when y'all listen to this video, y'all know I normally don't like to show out and show videos. Then I got to watch myself and then I got to rethink again. I got to analyze it again. I got to get back over there. And I'm like, man, these people don't want to watch this 52-minute video, and they thought they was gonna let me talk. One time, I said, okay. Thank you, Baba. You know why I'm telling Baba thank you? Because Baba got long-winded like that. See how we got y'all ass? See, Baba got long-winded on their ass like I would have did. Baba took advantage of the floor. Thank you, Baba. Baba took advantage of the floor. Because the way Baba knew I was going to come and sweep their ass up in another little pile. I don't got to smother Baba. Baba took the floor already. All I got to do is make it dainty. Because see, if I had got the floor, especially when they were talking about, oh, the life and the life this and life that. I mean, y'all don't remember back in the days, they say man was monkey. They say man was wolves. They say man was fish. So things did turn over on its own. Before man these days started duplicating and doing what they wanted to do. It was natural life turning over and turning over. That's all I was going to say. Knuckle Sandwich Head didn't want me to say it. Now, when I say it after listening to that, now I'm going to have to break it down in a little bit more detail. Instead of them giving me like less than 30 seconds. When I tell you them sapsuckers cut me off, they was grinning on the inside and they know I was grinning too. I said, I'm going to get you. They know I'm always get them. That's why they don't be wanting me to talk. Because listen, it don't matter what they talk about. I'm going to always take it back to Dem'O'Rats. You little damn illegal immigrants. Dem'O'Rats are illegal immigrants. Listen, y'all are illegal immigrants. You little Dem'O'Rats. Because everything that we're about to listen to, everything, it's going to still date back to Dem'O'Rats. And I'm going to show you. Kool-Aid. It doesn't matter. Y'all can wait. Everything. And I mean everything that y'all are about to hear down there and everything that you are about to see up here. You're going to see. You can listen and you can look. You're going to see where Dem'O'Rats, they deflect. They don't answer the question. And when you ask them the question, they really answered the one question, the one question you already asked them. They really answering the same damn question, but because they want you to go along with them, they start getting emotional and, you know, they want you to start getting pitiful and, you know, they want you to feel poor. You know, like, you know what poor mean? They want you to be like poor people, like, okay, I don't have anything. I forgive you. No, they want you to be like that. And it's like, okay, no, but all I asked you was one question. And when they know that it doesn't matter what you say, they go to rubbing on their heads and they go to scully gulling and there goes Baba. Baba take the mic and Baba say, I got this, Queen Goddess. And he took off just like that. I said, get it, Baba. Let's listen into these slippery slivers. But it just gives me an opportunity to address their ass. That's all I could do. I can only address their ass. And now y'all sitting here with me. This is the first time I'm playing this back. This is the first time I'm playing this back. So if you can't sit here and watch it with me, because it is 52 minutes long, and y'all know how quite the winded I get. But listen.
That lawyer will probably try to make a great argument for him for not getting convicted of anything. But I think the fact that he stood over the guys and he pistol whipped them, I think that's going to be a problem.
Now, I'm not sure what that's about. I didn't even want to get into it. I wanted to stick to a lot of the problems that we're having is because Dem'O'Rats don't want to admit that they didn't care about the country. They didn't give a damn about the country. They were only trying to line their pockets. They were only worried about their own family. They had absolutely nothing to do with the United States, which is our earth. They had absolutely nothing to do with them. That's all I'm trying to say. But they making it as if now they're taking accountability, but they're not going to take all the accountability. Okay. I'm going to skip along on this one.
These other folks were the aggressors, and there was multiple people on one person. So even though they didn't have a gun, they didn't have a weapon, she was allowed to use a weapon because you had 4 or 5 people trying to fight one. So anytime you have numbers, you can actually use weapons. You can use more force to protect yourself, because in your mind, you're like, it's more than one person. I'm not just fighting one person. And
okay, so what if we start right there? What if we start right there and take out what he just said and add in the Democrat side of it? So he's saying that the Democrats didn't do anything. I'm kind of confused. I'm confused because the Democrats did come in number. That's why they had more Democrats that got voted in than they had Republican. So the Democrat had numbers. They right? Am I right or wrong? They had damn numbers. So if the Democrat had more numbers, they had more knowledge, they had more resources, because they're the ones that's been actually in control the last literally 24 years minus Trump 4. I'm kind of confused as to, they didn't feel that we were outnumbered. Imagine being outnumbered to a capacity that when you go back to go back to your ancestors, that you really didn't know how to read, because technically you wasn't reading the room. So if you wasn't reading the room because you didn't have the resources to read the room, isn't that what the Democrats been doing? I mean, because when they give the girls our cartel, when they give them the food stamps, then they give them the AFDC, then they increase the food stamps by $50 for the rest of the year, and then they give them a little bit more AFDC, and then they keep them on a housing system. They really don't show them a way out. You don't think that had nothing to do with the Democrats? So how long has it been that the Republicans, let's take it, okay, because he's trying to use one analogy versus the next. But when we take it back to our layman's term, when we put the Democrats back on the table, you guys did the same thing. You technically outnumbered the poor. You outnumbered the poor because you knew a lot more. I'm just trying to understand, like where he going at with that. All I'm looking for them to do is just accept the fact that Democrats, you guys messed up. He'll accept it, but he don't want to take full acceptance of it. But yet and still, this is not a Trump supporter. I'm truly like lost. Okay, y'all say I go too deep. Let's keep going. Because you know that I could keep backing that up.
All of these people are coming after me. So we were able to take that to full jury trial. They tried her for 3 cases of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And we got not guilty on all 3 and only.
Aggravated assault. He said aggravated assault without a deadly weapon. I mean, honestly, if I put us in that, I kind of feel like we took aggravated assault with them. I feel like we took aggravated assault. We took aggravated assault because when I looked in the palm of my hand, and anybody that know me, they knew for a fact that we had a bunch of homeless veterans right down here on the ground. I guarantee they already knew that. So I think aggravated assault, I think maybe we should be along the line of they should be charged with treason, and we should be able to charge them with aggravated assault as the people. We should be able to sue the Democrats. We should be able to sue the Democrats and make them understand what the people had to say about them and what the people actually suffered through. Not what y'all goddamn books say. What about if we going back to the people, then how about this? Y'all don't think as Democrats from what y'all done to the country and you don't want to accept it. You don't think as the people, come on y'all, let's keep it real. You don't think as the people, if we were able to sit on the stands by ourselves and tell our story, you don't think that we would be able to uncover and unravel the fact that the Democrats, y'all aggravatedly assaulted us too, and y'all committed treason. How about that for 2? How about that if we bring Lilith out and Lilith too? How about that? And as y'all see, we only 4 minutes into this. I'm telling you, they're never going to take acceptance. It doesn't matter how you break it down to them in layman's term. It's going to even get to the conversation, if we can make it to it, it's going to even get to the conversation as to where I'm saying to myself, you're going to admit all of this, and then you're not going to accept none of that. But you're going to admit all of this. But you're not going to accept none of it. Like, I'm just so confused.
It took the jury about 10 minutes.
Is there any argument?
And think about that. It took the jury about 10 minutes to figure out that this person was guilty or not. Imagine what type of abuse that we went through from the Democrats when it took us decades, at least 2.5 of them, to figure them out. But see, they don't never want to talk about the people and how we got beat up. How we get to the front door and can't understand why we can't keep going. We can't keep going because y'all beating us up. Y'all committing aggravated assault. Dropping food stamps on our ass with an extra 25% when it comes to the end of the year. Throwing goddamn your housing on us, you know, because you think we're part of the cut cartel and we bonquita in them, you know, giving us half-ass for babysitting. I mean, extending the hours to 7 o'clock in the afternoon when you know good and well they really ain't got no damn jobs, and they know they ain't damn no jobs, and then they ain't been to work all day, but y'all steady extending the hours for them to get to daycare. Instead of making them back up and get their ass back and take care of your goddamn kids, man. Because I'm not your damn babysitter. When it's your time to be the babysitter, then to get to the end. But I'm not. I'm grandma. So y'all not going to say that wasn't a form of assault. See, when you take it back to the people, if I'm a people and I had to explain this story, I kind of feel like they owe me money. I feel like I should be able to file a class action lawsuit against the Dem'O'Rats, a.k.a. Democrats. I don't know who can go along with me. I feel like if I look at the story deeper than what I see it, and I'm the one that searched the earth because I'm the one that's the goddamn Capricorn here, I feel like I should see where somewhere up in here, I feel like I should be able to sue the Democrats. I feel like I should be able to sue AKA the Dem'O'Rats. As of 2025, you guys are Dem'O'Rats. You committed assault towards us, especially the black community. And you should get charged with treason. So you want to talk about let's do that. Let's take the books off the table. See, I don't need the books. I need the line of facts. And don't give me, when you give me one line, don't tell a lie in it. I don't need your book. As long as it's the truth and it's in the good book, I'm going to make you look. I feel like we should be able to sue the Democrats. How about that one for a class action and reparation from the people that we believed in? You don't think that's a form of abuse? Think about it. It's a form of abuse. Because what they did, it put a lot of pressure on a husband and a wife. They are part of splitting up relationship. Man, y'all should be sued. The Dem'O'Rats were a part of splitting up households. Think about it. I don't care what they say. They were a part of splitting up households. We should be able to sue them for emotional distress because they knew. They knew that we were suffocating and no one could come out the shell. We should be able to sue you. Yeah, nobody looks at it that way. But why not? We get to give disability and SSI to people that we feel slow in the head. So we are not allowed to be slow in the heart. We're not allowed to have gotten our heart broken so bad until we honestly didn't know which way to go because our Dem'O'Rats were sitting on top of our head and not knowing that they were squeezing us like a bump. So why can't we sue you? We should be able to sue the Dem'O'Rats for emotional distress, for treason, for verbal abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse. Because y'all put extra work on our ass because when y'all allowed those illegal immigrants to come in, we had to work extra hard in multiple ways, even fighting off the police, even being mistreated in the job because we have our own culture. I'm talking about we got bullet points on y'all ass. We don't just have one thing. We got bullet points. That's why nobody don't want to talk to me. Not when you got to get to the point. You got to get to the point. You got to get to the point. And y'all don't know how to get to the point because y'all never want to tell the truth. Anytime you back them up in the question and you back them up in the answer and you put your elbow on their ass, guess what? They never want to answer the question. Just answer the question. Just answer the question, and they never answer the question. They will never answer the question. We should be able to charge them. We should be able to charge the Dem'O'Rats, a.k.a. also known as, should have never got that title before, Democrats. Now, y'all talking about one of the largest reparations back? And do I think illegal immigrants should get a part of it? No. Not even their offsprings. Even though it wasn't the offspring's fault, like it wasn't our fault, that still don't make you a piece of the pie. So Africans, no matter how upset y'all get with us, even when we get our 200 acres and 50 mules, y'all still will try to figure us out. Because I'm going to have you so far back up under your roots till you're not even going to understand how to grow roots. Because you've been stealing and humbugging since I knowed you. You little nappy-headed somethings, you get your asses on back to your own damn country and let us see what kind of Afro pics y'all really use over there. Knuckle sandwich heads. Because y'all cheated just like the Dem'O'Rats did. Dirty scavengers. And then everybody beat around the bush. It makes no sense to me. So so this is where I'm understanding. Let's just listen. Because he's going to show you where he see the right and he see the wrong. But because he in Texas, he could see the whole United States where it can all be Republican and those guys are no good. But blacks outnumber the number. So if we outnumber the number, I don't understand. What do you mean when you get up the ladder? Because if it's more blacks moving over to Republican. Who do you think are going to be there to fill the positions? And see, every time I kind of ask that question, you're going to hear, you're never going to get an answer. I said it. I keep saying it. See, the answer is simple. They just don't want to take an L. They don't want to admit it. And they definitely don't want to talk to me. That's what pushed me to come and do this. Because it's like you ask one question, and I could have said the same question through the whole show. It wouldn't have even took the 52 minutes. But thank you, Barbara. Barbara always saves the day. Barbara, y'all go over there and watch it. Y'all done seen it. Go over there and watch it. Barbara took it home. Barbara, you did that, Bob. And then I had to come and wrap them up and pap them like this. I said, let me get them to sit on down a little bit, Karen. I mean, I'm so confused. I don't know why they make me come at them like this. The reason why they make me come at them like this is because I want them to sit down somewhere. And I'm really, honestly, I'm really being nice about it because it doesn't matter what they say. It comes back to me. See, they're not understanding that it out the picture with me is really, to be honest with you, Democrat and Republican, honestly, is out of the picture with me. It's not about a Democrat with me, and it's not about a Republican with me. It's about the people for me. Now, stop right there. And because it's about the people for me, and in this particular stance, I am going with the red because I'm not agreeing with you, blue. Why does that change the denomination of this person over here? Because if you're also for the people, why can't you just agree on the goddamn bill if you know it's for the people? See, that's what they can never answer to me. And they'll always want to take me up from AD after death and BC before Christ. Now they want to take me up to EE, goddammit, EEM. I'm like, what the hell? Why do we have to go that far ahead? Just tell me about right now. If you could see the changes that we're making right now, tell me right now, why can't you agree with it? What do you see when you guys have been in office the last 24 years and you did nothing? I mean, I'm not being funny. Is it me? Is it me? Now, is it me acting like I'm just ridiculous, or am I, this is why I say I don't like all them games and stuff like that. They get over there, then they mistreat me up in the house and stuff like that. I say they're gonna learn to treat me better than that when I walk in the room. Watch. I say, I'm gonna get their ass. I don't even know if anybody even watching me, but I know one thing. I tell y'all, when I look at me, I keep going. I'm not kidding. Probably won't get nobody to watch it, but I don't give a damn. I'm still going to tell my view because one day somebody going to find these videos and they're going to say, wait a minute, man, she said that already. Somebody going to go to collecting on my videos. Watch. And it's a site that I'm going to start sending y'all to where y'all can start cutting my videos. I got to set it up and y'all can cut my videos and y'all make $1 per every 1,000 view. And I'm guaranteeing you. And I'm going to go and I'm going to register over there so y'all can cut these videos up and y'all make y'all some money. Just like that. Because I'm not kidding. At the end of the day, it's going to go back to the Dem'O'Rats ain't even getting, they not even growing. They're not even growing. Think about this little protest that they had. I mean, they was happy. They was so goddamn happy that they seen 50 people out. Well, I said, this is every bit of 50 people out there. Y'all got 50. Y'all in Texas. Y'all are in Texas. Y'all got an open forum. And this is the state with the most blacks in the world. And y'all trying to get Crockett or Crackett back in, whichever the last name is, y'all trying to get her back in the face of the people because y'all don't want to take an L. So you're telling me you guys have lost your damn minds. Not in you got the most blacks in the world. And she had a small number of people to come out and support. So y'all ain't winning over the black community? Like, where was the support? And if black people come together, when we come together like we doing to get these old squash man ass Africans up out of here, you better know it. You trying to tell me that y'all doing that good in numbers that nobody is showing up for support like that? I'm looking at all the protests that they have. I'm like, man, I should have been there. I'm not being funny. I said, this looked like a whole club full of immigrants, illegals. I say, what? Why would they even advertise that? Why would they even show the protest? I mean, you know who we already want to leave. So why would you be over there showing us, the opponents? Like, ICE. Y'all don't be knowing when they getting ready to protest. They don't have to pull no city permits. Y'all better go pull them goddamn city permits. Y'all know where y'all need to be at. Y'all got to have face recognition, and y'all got to start looking this stuff up. Y'all have not been looking in the crevices and all in the cracks. You gonna have to find a better way to do this right here, and we're gonna have to help you. 866 DHS. The number 2. ICE. It's a $750 reward for any and every illegal immigrant that walk the face of our earth. That's the whole circle. Just like that. Per head. And that's per hashtag Trump 2025. Now, hashtag that. You'll see for yourself. I didn't make that up. So don't go acting like I've been making up stuff. I just been promoting it. And they need to start giving me my cut from that. Because I know if you making money, I should be. If I hashtag your hashtag, why I didn't get a cut of that hashtag? I mean, come on. I'm going to start using my own hashtag and see what y'all do then. So what should I do if they don't do my hashtag?
Keep doing your hashtag. They'll catch on eventually.
You see what she said? She said, keep doing your hashtag. They'll catch on eventually. And that's what I'm trying to tell these Dem'O'Rats. Y'all will catch on eventually. And you'll notice that you're using an excuse. And you don't want to admit that. And it's so many men. Now, mind you, I didn't even get to ask that question. What do you think the percentage is in the blacks, male or female, that have crossed over to be Republicans? Now, mind you, women can be a lot more stubborn. And you know how once they make their mind up and then they got to follow a man over here too, it has been more men, more black men. So if more black men are rolling over and they're convincing their other half, that's bringing the women over. And then the conversation, and then the dots going to start to connect. So if you taking over with red and it's still black people red, I mean, what you do when you playing checkers is who took the most red off the table, right? Checkmate. We're getting more red. But we're getting more red. So I don't know, why are they so scared of that? They so scared of that because they know they're about to give us a certain control back. And they're not going to like it. They're not going to like it because then people honestly are going to be able to see for a fact that, and it's not an opinion, it's a fact. Because if it's a fact that, and then Calvin was trying to say, oh, the biggest, they really start coming in under the Biden and Kamala term. Somebody need to put a 1 in the chat for me if they here. That don't make no sense to me. He said, Calvin said tonight that Biden and Kamala's term is when all the illegal immigrants start coming in. And that don't make sense to me. That don't make sense to me because when I looked at Obama back when we got him to be president, I wonder if anybody remember who was the vice president. Think about it. If you go back and you think about who was the vice president, where does that take you back to? Now, if I've been your vice president for a total of 8 years already, y'all listen to me, bad people. See, y'all got, that's why I tell y'all, people got to back up. Sometimes if you don't back up, you're going to miss something, and you can't miss anything if y'all pay attention to me. If you stop, matter of fact, you might have met Biden during Clinton's term. Because if you met Biden, lying little tongue-twisted little twangler YouTuber, see, they lying, you know why? Because when you go back, see, I'm taking y'all back. I'm taking you back. He said he feel it started during Biden and Kamala term. You're going to hear him say it. Or matter of fact, y'all know, y'all go watch the video in case I don't get to it. This is my response to that video that I'm going to drop after that. This is part 1. He telling the truth. It started during Biden term. Of course it started during Biden term. How long you think Biden been in office? And who all the hell you think Biden met while he was in office? And what all do you think was going on while he was in office? Wasn't he still with you? Wasn't you still coaching him into getting Kamala? So y'all been together just as long as you and Michelle. So, and who taught you though? Between Bill Clinton and you being the vice president with Obama, and you still in training because you got to beat Trump, and then you get it back for another 4 years. You wore out by now, Biden. That's why you couldn't keep up. That's why I went to sleep. The nation went to sleep. Damn, open sign went to sleep, and it was still open. I said, damn, nothing is going to work out right if I have to calculate these numbers, because when I just calculated all of that right there, how long do you think Biden been in office? Because if Biden been in office just as long as the president before the black president, that means he had a lot of knowledge. We need to put Biden on the stage, because if Biden come to the stage, you need to go to jail for treason and treason too. Y'all nothing but crooked crooks. Y'all all knew what was going on. See, think about it. Think about it. You don't got to think about it, but I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. See, that's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter for me. It doesn't matter what they say to me, because I'm going to still take it back to the beginning of the story. That's why they don't like to sit down with me. See, once you get out of the books, see, one thing about my senior citizens, they don't know how to read, but they know how to listen when you break it down. But one thing about my senior citizens, y'all just don't know. My senior citizen want me to back up like this, say, go ahead, Goddess, back up. I say, yes, ma'am. And I say, I'm going to take you all the way back, Grandma. I'm gonna take you all the way back, Miss Alame. And I like to rock with them just like this, because man, they make you feel so comfortable. They make you feel so comfortable to it's just like you sitting there with them. I don't give a damn what your mammy name is. 5'5". I don't give a damn. I didn't wake Lilith up. Y'all did. They woke them up. Because when I sit back and I start talking, and I know back then, when you knew you was a true friend to somebody, y'all better go to the have and the have-nots. You seen what David did. So what that man named the white lady was married to? Jim. Jim Cryer. Jim Cryer. And what was that the other one named? Veronica's husband. David. You see how dedicated that goddamn Tyler Perry made that black ass man to that man? I say, my God, he even switched out that way. I say, Tyler, you just down us. You just put your foot all through our ear. Damn, Tyler. Why we got to look at it in these sorts of manners? I told you, man, all people, I don't want to get on you, Tyler. I mean, because when you think about it, no, but go back to it. Look how loyal. Hey, Tyler Perry put that out there. I'm showing y'all what Tyler did. If y'all don't believe me, go back and look at the have and the have-nots. Now we're in the knots to the have right now. We in the twos. We in that T.O. right now. We ain't get that. We going to get up there. Just keep on hanging in there with me. Just keep on. I promise you. We in the two. We in that T.O. In that middle where it's the knots to the halves. We right in the knot. We right there in the knot. We good. We got to be comfortable. We got to slow it. You got to pace it. When I looked at what Tyler Perry did, he made black ass David damn near submissive to Jim Cryer. Y'all ain't going to tell me y'all didn't see Tyler do it. So if Tyler did it on have and the have-nots, I don't understand what would lead anybody to believe that Biden didn't have that same love for Obama. And then through Obama, if not even before with Bill Clinton. I didn't even look back on how they met, how long they really known each other. You can even go back that far, and you're going to tell me it happened during Biden and Kamala? The most innocent one, honestly, that would have been in there was probably Kamala, because they weren't worried about her ass over there in California. Trump was on that ass. They wasn't really worried about her because they was asleep anyway. They had them fell asleep. And she was a black woman that stepped up because they looked around and didn't even see anybody else that could even compare to do it. They didn't want to look around. They didn't try to help look around. Because if they was bringing any black body up, why would you go over there and get a black woman all the way in Eagleman Wood land and then bring her back over here after she done been the prosecutor over there, knowing she done put all them damn Spanaricans in jail. She done put all them Brolays in jail. She done put all them black ass men in jail. She done put all the critters in jails. And then she want to come out and all of a sudden she want to act like she Wendy Statutory Link. Then flip-flopped. What made you think she flip-flopped like that for real? Y'all already knew y'all set that lady up for failure. But y'all knew that y'all could push the votes in. Because people seen Trump on the first round, but they didn't really understand what Trump was doing the first round. Y'all so slick and sly. But they don't want to take it back to the Democrats did it. It was intentional, and we should be able to file a class action lawsuit against them. We should be able to file a class action lawsuit against the Dem'O'Rats, a.k.a. flip them back Democrats. Two-faceders. They know what they did. And Calvin said it himself. He blames the Biden administration. But how do you blame Biden if he's been brothers with Obama since before the beginning? I'm kind of confused. So who's been guiding him? Who's been guiding him? See, this is why I also feel where it's still going to trap them back in, but they're not going to own it and they're not going to admit it. They're not. That's why you got to go back and watch the videos. They're not going to own it. And this is a prime example. This is a prime example. Go back and look at the original. And then you come back and look at my response. There's no way you're going to tell me that you cannot sit here and own up to the fact that if you said it out of your own mouth, if you said, if I ask the question, who do you think allows so many immigrants in? He said, to be honest, he said he feel like it was Biden. He said he feel like it was the Biden administration. But then I said, okay, and that's when they I said, wait a minute, that ain't and they knew it when he said that to me. He think it's the Biden administration. I say, yeah, it ain't time for me to get that one. Because where do you think the Biden administration really was created from? Who do you think really created the Biden? Think about that. Who do you, now see, now we can get deeper. Who do you think even created the Biden administration? Who do you think created them? That's what the question is. The question to Biden is, hey, Biden, who honestly, who created the Biden administration? Who are on the back ends where the Bible at, where you dig so deep until you ask a person, damn, I got to use the bathroom so damn bad because I really don't want to tell them who the truth is already on there. So if they was already on there, Obama and Clinton, if y'all was only already on there, but y'all didn't have to do it because y'all did hand bets back then. And y'all got logged somewhere to show y'all knew y'all was a part of the Biden administration. So if you're a part of the Biden administration, how can Calvin say that he think Biden and Kamala did it? Kamala was so damn lost, she didn't know the difference between immigrants and such. I mean, come on, let's keep it real. She went over there with pinstripe suits on. All she wore was church suits the whole time she was there. She confused me. I'm not being funny. I went to bed. I went to bed on that one right there. I said, there's no way you expect me to stay woke. I had to go to sleep. I had to get some rest through the administration, and you going to tell me. So because Biden went to sleep, that's when it all started. So that wasn't nothing that was already out of control when Biden. But listen, knuckleheads, listen. Y'all telling lies again. You're telling lies. Caught you again. I'm going to tell y'all why we just caught their ass again. Them some lying ass sapsuckers. Let me tell you how we caught them again. Who was the president after Trump? Think about it. Who was the president after Trump? Biden was after Trump. But when Trump came in, what did Trump say? Trump was adamant about putting up the wall. Obama, you should go to jail. You need to go with the clean cleans. See, right there. Right there, Calvin didn't allow me to answer that. See, that's why you got to go and backtrack and you got to backpedal. I want y'all Democrats just to admit that y'all turned into rats. Y'all got greedy. And now you got a cat in the house that wants y'all to sit down. Calvin just said it. He said, I honestly believe it got out of control when Biden got in office. But it had to already be out of control. That's why Trump ordered for the wall to be put up. So how could you blame Biden? We don't want to take accountability. The last two presidents before Trump was who? It was Obama and it was Clinton. So they're not telling the truth. Yeah, the goddamn again. There you go. With your elephant Pinocchio noses, you're still not telling the truth. If we listen to this man, he said to me that he felt like immigration, illegal immigration too, goddammit, all of it. Because it was way beyond 3%. Only 3% of them was supposed to get in our country. They know it been out of control. It ain't Biden, you go to jail too. Clinton, you go to jail too. You know why? Because all three of them had something to do with it. Those are the three criminals that changed the goddamn rules. You guys went down in history. We got one that was sucking, get his little thing sucked. And then we had another one that came in, whether they say I'm disrespected. That ain't no damn disrespectful. When I look at how y'all beat and abuse our goddamn country, y'all need to be talked to like this. That's how come y'all got away with doing what y'all doing, because y'all know grandma and grandma didn't want here no more. And then now somebody come back and tell y'all need to admit y'all messed the country up. Obama, you snuck in here because of two things, emotions, and you married an American wife. And your ties was back to Kenya still. Because you probably did want to know your damn daddy. And you did see y'all the pain they had going through. So you let them start sneaking in the worst. You had more pain than Biden, than Clinton. Clinton really didn't give a damn. As long as Clinton had bottles of moose, and he got shh and tuck that thing to the side like the new Elvis, man, please. Clinton didn't give a damn. But where y'all think Biden was at through all of that? You don't think Biden knew Clinton? There was the three big dogs right there. When Trump came in and shook things up. He just admitted it. And I guarantee you, if I bring this back to him, you know what he's going to say? Yeah, but I know what you mean, Queen, but, and it's going to always be a but. But if it was a problem already, why do you think Trump wanted to put up the wall? Trump wanted to put up the wall because it was too many damn illegal immigrants crossing over the border, damn it. And you're going to lead me to believe that people should be Dem'O'Rats right now? If you're a Dem'O'Rat, you're just a Dem'O'Rat. I need the hashtag Dem'O'Rats with a quotation to the top. You guys are Dem'O'Rats. I don't even care. I really don't, because anytime, if my mind go as deep as it go, I mean, I'm the one, the Capricorn here. Is it another Capricorn in the room? Any of them? Anybody I can talk to that's going to answer the question? Because even if I go back and answer him that one question, if I say to him, well, let me ask you this. Do you think Obama knew anything about an influx of illegal immigrants? Do you think Obama knew that? Yes or no? Toy said no. That's so lame. When I think about that, there's no way Obama can tell me that. There's no way. So these are the things that I'm trying to tell you. They already knew. But everybody gonna stop the whole house in the show. You know why? Because they didn't understand Trump came to put order in. It had become too much. And he knew it. He already a billionaire. Whether it's on paper, whether it's asset, whether it's liquid asset, because it doesn't matter. He don't need money. He already a legend in the game, whether y'all believe it or not. He already a legend. He got that, you're fired. And brought it right on over to being the president, and you're fired too. And he took no friends with him. It's a wonder he loved millennial. Or millennial. One of the names. And all them other ones. It's no wonder. He built some love somewhere. He found that last wife. And he stayed right there. And I guess he said, man, you know what? I better find peace right here. Because when I step outside these walls, I don't got it no more. That's how I feel. Kool-Aid. Because I don't know why people failing to admit that when the Republican came in is when the Republican put a stop to it and start making it aware. And when he first came, he was making it aware that honestly, China and all of those other countries, man, they still, regardless of what, they're making a killing off of us. See what y'all doing, y'all getting emotional again and thinking that, oh no, we can't be making a killing because they always show us videos and we can see when the people over there suffocating and can't live in. Yeah, because their country don't want to release the money to them. The way our Dem'O'Rats didn't want to release the money to us. If they fight for their goddamn country the way we're trying to fight for ours, they'll be able to change the game over there as well. But they ain't going to fight like that because they way too trained. That's why they want to come to the United States. But where they messed up at was they didn't support the right people. I don't care what you say. It doesn't care. If it was Democrats, the real Democrats, if it was the real, back to the real Democrats, the real Democrats that was for the rights of the people, I promise you I will be fighting this fight on their side. And I'm not being funny. All of them use their right hand. I don't trust none of that no more. This my fledged hand. If you don't like that fledged hand, then that's it. I would still be on the side of a Democrat. But the problem with it is, it's not the Democrats anymore. Those are not the Democrats anymore. Those are not the Democrats. They're not. Those particular Dem'O'Rats that we ended up getting, they changed. They changed because of greed. They changed because they scary. They changed because they didn't have faith. So they changed. They changed. And they just, honestly, they don't want to admit it. It didn't get out of hand when Biden got in office. Trump was already complaining about the wall. Biden got in office after Trump. So how could we blame Biden? But guess what? Biden get charged with treason too, because you know what? Biden still knew them like best friends. Who do you think trained Biden? Or let's be clear. Or did Biden and Clinton train Obama crooked ass? Obama, did you sell us out to Biden and Clinton? Think about that. 21. Think about that. They had to. Ray said, that's Ray. Okay, Ray said, how did you come to that conclusion? Listen, Obama really didn't have no ties. Obama just got his position, and he was glad to say that he was the first, he would be the first technically colored president. And that damn sure would make it look good, because him as a colored president, learning how to be a president, but Biden and Clinton knows each other. And if I'm not mistaken, Biden is even older than Clinton. And you're not going to tell me that out of Biden, Clinton, and Obama, you're not going to tell me that even Obama is the ringleader to that. Obama ain't that strong to me. Somebody had to teach somebody. Think about it, knuckleheads. Think about it. And them ones the closest in damn age, really. Wasn't nobody there to teach Obama nothing. You don't think Clinton crossed over with Obama? But how long did Clinton and Biden really know each other? There's no way. So I feel Obama crossed over because of his family, because of his, not even really ties to Kenya, but ties because he wanted to know more about his dad. He found his sister. He was on TV doing it. Now he's the president. Like, he enjoyed all of that. But to really sit there and see how the black community, that's so sad, how we were still scuffling, but we was the new modern day slave, because when I think about it, even them sitting on top of us, Biden, Clinton, and Obama, I could still see where all of us like suffocated, where we never was gonna be able to breathe. We never was gonna be able to breathe had Clinton not come in. Because Clinton already seen that, oh yeah, I can keep the poor, but then I can get better kickbacks. I can get better kickbacks from that. And he seen where it was like to me, it seemed like it became more of a game. Like, I could see that. But I'm trying to see whether I really feel like Clinton was the mastermind to this, or do I honestly feel whether or not Biden was the mastermind to the demise of America? Obama wasn't strong enough. Look at Obama. Obama was not strong enough. Think about it. If Obama was strong enough, we would have, Obama did not have ties. Obama was glad to be able to get that little glory. And Clinton and Bill already knew if they brought Obama black ass in, Obama would have continued to hold on to the black community. They already seen how they keep us in this side right here. They seen it. They already, that's why they already seen it. But the part with the illegal immigrant snowballing, that came from Obama. The illegal immigrants coming in came from Obama. To me, the overall state of our country being poor, to me, came between Clinton and Biden. Obama committed treason with immigrants. Obama committed treason. Clearly, I don't give a damn what they tell me. I don't care what they tell me. Because see how we taking it even deeper. We going even deeper in the conversation. And look what we talking about. I mean, think about it. I'm trying to teach y'all ass. You don't just got to look at what they're trying to say, because when you really put it on the table, Obama wasn't strong enough. We trying to get to the bottom of who effed our country up like this. And when I get to the bottom of who effed it up, I go with A and B, Biden or Clinton. Obama out. Obama, you need to go in for treason, because you knew that you were allowing illegal immigrants to come in. See, that was one part of it that we needed to capture. The other part of it that we need to capture is who is the real culprit out of Biden and Clinton. Who is the real culprit here? And Kevin said she blamed Obama for poverty in America. That's why nobody ain't talking to you, Kevin. Because they like, where Kevin been at? Sitting on top of a watermelon? Yeah, yes. Clearly, he don't pay attention, or he went to the same school that the rest of the nation went to. I mean, damn. I don't even know if anybody watching me, but I do know this. When cause see, I'm one of them people like to kind of narrow it down. All that fumbling all around the world and stuff like that. So you got to get certain areas first, and you got to secure them grounds over there first. And first I had to really honestly secure in my head, like how far deep in I feel like this need to go to change history in 2025. 2025, my goddamn theory. 2025, my damn theory. My theory of what happened to America, my earth. This is my version. I feel, starting back from the bottom, and I mean the bottom in the muck of the woods, between Clinton and Biden. And they probably was ringleaders. But I might go with Biden on this. Because Clinton is a lot more clever than y'all think he is. He said he didn't inhale it. See, that's slickness. But he was slick in a sensitive type way. But he was slick, like a slithering snake. So Clinton, for me, I feel Clinton figured out the money part. And Biden knew that he could continue to hold other people down with sympathy and emotions. I feel Biden, back to a damn white man, I feel Biden was so emotional to where he was still for the people, and I feel Biden crossed over. I feel like Biden crossed over. I feel Biden crossed over, and he crossed over with Donald Trump. And when he crossed over, Bill Clinton. When Biden crossed over with Bill Clinton, I feel like it started because Biden fought for democracy. He fought for Democrats. But Biden was so soft and damn emotional, I feel like when Clinton came aboard, I feel like Bill Clinton seen where he can continue to keep the poor down, especially the minority, and still kind of keep them in tame, because all they need is a little bit at a time. It was like they starting to spread out a little bit more, having them babies and stuff like that. Let's do something. Let's feed them another little piece of something. Think about it. Think about that. They still had that old ugly ass mentality back then. You don't know how old Biden is. He slept 4 terms. He slept the whole time he was in office, Biden did. Clinton, to me, was the one more clever. He was the one more clever where he came in with the money. But Biden, to me, Biden was the one that started mixing greed with even helping people and knowing he giving when he shouldn't be giving, because that still make them do the same thing over and over again. And like they always say, but if you teach a man how to fish, and he wasn't going to do that because he still had his little babies. But he crossed over with money, though. He crossed over when he seen Bill Clinton started seeing ways and they started signing off on bills and stuff like that, you know, giving little programs, but that still kept them under the control because they never put a cap on it because they knew that they go as these young girls kept multiplying, they kept multiplying, and to me they kind of seen that it was kind of getting out of control, and they might have even pushed Obama ass through. They might have even pushed Obama. To me, they might have even pushed Obama ass through there. Because Obama did not come in with no damn emotion. Obama came in sliding across the damn floor and hully-gutting with the wife with the nice gown and grabbing the mic and singing Al B. Sharp and Luther Vandross and I'm so in love with you. And got all the ladies all emotional and mesmerized, even though they know that man married and they lusting over this damn man, knowing the man on the stage, gliding across the damn stage like this with his damn wife. And they still so emotional until he glided their ass and all of us got hit. They needed somebody to kind of get us back on in because we was multiplying too much. And they knew that things were changing and they couldn't kind of control things. It was Biden and Clinton, if you ask me. But my thing is this. Biden been here for a while. And it just makes me wonder, like, how long Biden been in the game, right? And, like, did Biden know anybody like before the Bill Clinton era? Like, did Biden, in a sense, either, I don't know. I feel like I want to spit Biden out there and say Biden is the biggest problem. But I want to know when did Biden mess up? Like, what made Biden, I would like, if I was able to ask him, I would ask him, like, when you first got in office, Biden, I would ask Biden, when you first got in office, what did you see? No, when Biden first started voting, when he first got involved with politics before Clinton, I would want to ask him, what did you see around your younger days of politics? And it even make me want to even ask him about his damn family. I'm not being funny. Because some people pick up habits and they want those habits to go away, but they know they still got habits on the inside, but they won't let the habit go. Or they can't let the thought go. And I'm just wondering. Because Biden had to know doing stuff like this would be coddling us. He had to know coddling us still would kept people in control. He had to know that long as he been living. I know he went to sleep during his term. He went to sleep at the wrong time. But it's okay. Now can y'all see, to me, wait, all three of these sapsuckers need to be charged? And see, here's the thing. I'm not even talking about none of the cases. I'm still looking back. When you look at the picture, how could you take that off the table? And they'll look at me like I didn't say nothing. And I'm like, okay, but if somebody else said the same thing 15 goddamn years down the line that I already said, they're going to say, no, she never said that. And then y'all going to have to play it. Y'all going to have to play it back. Because he said Biden Let's listen.
That may come out of this case that we just watched, being that he brought a gun into the store and that's where he fired on him and not at his car.
No, he might have had it. Hey,
Okay, I'm scooting ahead to me. Now this is where I enter the scene. I enter the scene right here because it made no sense to me. Listen at this.
Dawn, I see you got your little mask on today.
Yes, I was live a few minutes ago, and I said I cannot miss the chance of coming to speak to Calvin and also Mel.
Hey, how are you?
They hate when I go like, oh, let me show y'all.
I'm okay. I'm doing good.
Good. How you doing, Calvin? You looking at me good this time? I said,
Hey, man, listen. Hey, man, I love that. That mask is unique. We went to a masquerade party last year, and so we had to have masks. So it's a nice mask. I mean, you can actually use that at a masquerade party.
You know what? I said, I'll just come on up and be at the masquerade party right now. I don't do nothing but talk so much. But you know what, Calvin? I wanted to ask you a question because I know just now it kind of struck me when you said, you know, you guys were talking about the case, and you said that it's only so much that people are going to take because it's like you beat them up and you beat them up. It's only so much that people are going to take. Remember you said that a few minutes ago?
Oh,
yeah. So it kind of took me back. I'm like, you know what? Then I think Calvin will understand when I say that sometimes you could beat people up so much and they just can't take it anymore. And I think for me, it seems like, again, that's what's going on with this Republican versus Trump versus back to the redirecting and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like the people are to a point where they can't take it anymore. And it seems like they're pressing decisions to want to go red instead of go blue. You think it's because of that? Like, because I'm noticing with the protesting, it's not that many people showing up these days, except maybe the illegals that shouldn't be here anyway. But the Democrats.
I think it's more of a situation where I think that the Democrats have their problem is that they have lost the ability to advocate.
Now, y'all know I didn't realize I said that. Now, I didn't realize that I got into all of that one right there. Y'all heard what I said. They will never answer the question. I said that we are noticing that so many people are going red. Listen. I said I'm noticing so many people who are going red. I say, do you think that mean anything? Because even with the protesters, they're barely showing up. They're barely damn it showing up. They're not even coming out. I say, how would you not come out to your best seat senator, Crockett? Why would you not come in crowds and barrels to support her if you know she done used all her PTO time in order to be able to stay away from you, and you all are flooded victims where you're probably all still displaced, and they just came off a vacation and they were still making money. I'm just saying. So why would y'all not show up? Y'all should have been the main ones to show up. Y'all should have showed up because y'all ain't have nowhere to live, and y'all should have said, I'm coming here because I'm trying to get some of this AC because we don't have anywhere to live. I mean, you should have showed up in natural form. You don't have no damn where to live. And you would like for y'all to bring y'all ass back home in order for y'all to resolve this, because I know some of Texas who ain't flooded out like us, they don't give a damn because they got everything they need. Can y'all please just make a decision on us, then leave? See, they done took all that off the board. Everything going off the board. I have nothing to do with it. If you just heard it, I didn't say it. Everything off the board. I said going red. Listen to the answer.
For normal folks.
Right, there you go.
And I think that's where the problem is. But but with that being said, we got to be very careful about how we do things, even when the Republicans, when you were in control, because
how you got to be careful when you do things? But okay, wait a minute. I see This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. You got to listen. How do you have to be careful when you do things if it's more black people? Think about what I said. When it's more black people that are crossing over to red, how are you going to tell another man they got to be careful because they chose the best for their house? How you going to tell them they got to be careful what they said and what they do? So now you're telling me that people shouldn't be strong enough to cross over now. See, think about that. I didn't answer. I answered one question. See, this is why I'm telling you now. You got to back up. See, that's why we can't go talking that fast. That's why it's meant for me to do my follow-ups. See, that was too much talking. That was some hellified talking just then. I say, damn. It made me sit back. It made me cringe just now when I thought about that. So basically, you're telling me, I said, Calvin, I said, listen, do you think it's speaking volumes that people are not even showing up for these Dem'O'Rats? They're not even coming out in bundles. I mean, you got better deals going on at McDonald's these days than the amount of people show up to, the protests that they throw together. I say, my God, there wasn't even that much people because nobody passed out either. I mean, you always hear about paddy wagons and they had to bring them down and fly out and pick them up and stuff like that. I heard nothing. Nothing. And I'm not being funny. I heard absolutely nothing. Whew. Now I'm saying to myself, now come on. Come on. Now you gonna tell me, how you gonna sit there? How you gonna tell me something like that? You're gonna tell me that people got to be careful. Play it back. He said it. People got to be careful because, but if it's us crossing over. So I should have asked him, hey, Calvin, can I ask you a question? How many brothers you got? Calvin said 4. I said, so, okay, Calvin, let me ask you a question. And if you got 4 brothers and you the baby, and you done noticed from the last term of Trump that 3 of your brothers done crossed over, what you gonna do? He said you got to be careful with people crossing over. How do you got to be careful with people crossing over if it's your same people crossing over? He just said it. It makes no sense to me. But if more of us is crossing over, you're still going to tell me you're not going to trust the process? So you going to stay over there by yourself? I mean, because Auntie and them about to pass off. You alone, buddy. You need to know who all over there with you. Bonquita and the Cut Cartel. That's another way to look at it. That's who you there with. See, he didn't answer my question. I'm telling y'all, they never answer. Now, I'm going to play it back. And you hear for yourself. I said to him, do you think this is why people are crossing over? Because they can't trust the Dem'O'Rats anymore. And his response to me was weird. Now that I had a second or two to think about that, let me see.
I was live a few minutes ago, and I said
Okay.
I cannot miss the chance of coming to speak to Calvin and also Mel.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing, Mel?
I'm okay. I'm doing good.
Good. How you doing, Calvin? You looking at me good this time? I said,
Hey,
I
hey,
feel
man,
it.
listen, hey, man, I love that that mask is unique. We went to a masquerade party last year, and so we had to have masks. So it's a nice mask. I mean, you could actually use that at a masquerade party.
You know what? I said I'll just come on up and be at the masquerade party right now. I don't do nothing but talk so much. But you know what, Calvin? I wanted to ask you a question because I know just now it kind of struck me when you said, you guys were talking about the case, and you said that it's only so much that people are going to take because it's like you beat them up and you beat them up. It's only so much that people are going to take. Remember you said that a few minutes ago?
Oh, definitely.
So it kind of took me back. I'm like, you know what? Then I think Calvin will understand when I say that sometimes you could beat people up so much and they just can't take it anymore. And I think for me, it seems like, again, that's what's going on with this Republican versus Trump versus back to the redirecting and stuff like that. It seems like the people are to a point where they can't take it anymore. And it seems like they're pressing decisions to want to go red instead of go blue. I think it's because of that. Like, because I'm noticing with the protesting, it's not that many people showing up these days, except maybe the illegals that shouldn't be here anyway. But the Democrats,
I think it's more of a situation where I think that the Democrats have their problem is that they have lost the ability to advocate for normal folks.
Right, there you go.
And I think that's where the problem is. But with that being said, we got to be very careful about how we do things, even when the Republicans, when you're in control, because who knows how the wind blows? Maybe 6, 8 years from now, the blue could be in, and we don't want.
Now you heard that. You heard what he just said. I didn't say it. He said it. Stop right there. He just said that the Democrats have messed up bad. They basically have messed up royally. And so many people, I even put the color on it. I even put red on it. Y'all see it? I even put red on it. I said the people going, y'all notice I didn't even put the word Dem'O'Rats or Democrats. I just said red. I said it seems like the people are going red. I emphasized red and didn't even realize it. Thank you, Lord. And you, Orunmila, thank you. Because I'm going to emphasize even his words. And y'all know what, when I'm getting ready to say something, this song, listen. Y'all know that's my song. That's me telling you, hey, and welcome in. Yes, I'm just speaking my mind, telling y'all how I feel about what just happened on the stage that I was actually on. And I asked the question of, do you think the reason why so many people are going red of Black American, and I made it clear, Africans, we ain't talking about y'all as, because you're already on the wanted list. It's 866 DHS, the number 2, the word ICE. It's a $750 reward. And you should get your money, but give them per head. So if you know 5 of them, it's $755 times 5. Illegal immigrant, if you're here, we do have a self-surrender program for you as well. It's $1,000 for self-surrendering. And once you're self-surrendered, we'll give you a reward for self-surrendering so that we can then house you in our good Alcatraz jail and then ship you on out on the best of the damn flights. Because when I get on the flight, I got to get in the lowest class they goddamn it give me, but we got to get you there first class. Make sure you don't get no scars and no bruises when you leave out, because you damn sure got a lot of scars and bruises when you came in, and nobody talked about them scars and bruises. So you get to come in and slip and slide, get ass on yourself, and you see you skin up your knees and stuff, but you still got through our streets. But then we got to pack you up nicely in the bow tie and then scoot your asses on. I mean, that's what they seem to tell me they want me to do with y'all illegals. I mean, but then we got the real Black folk that's over there in Orleans Parish Jail, and they act like they ain't never had walls to do. They act like they ain't never had walls over there. I mean, because goddamn, I mean, all the inmates, I see why the man said he was put out. He was put out because it's so many holes, they go in and out, you can tell. And you're gonna tell me, you guys are idiots. You guys are idiots. Y'all know when this started? This literally started. I just got a feeling it started with Biden. Biden was much more of a guidance. You don't think Biden was much more of a guidance? Biden was much more of a guidance through the laws and, you know, showing how to nurture and, you know, be a good pawpaw. And Biden, it started with, come on. Biden gave more of directive. I feel Biden gave more of a directive because he older, more wisdom, and trying to teach him that soft side. And then he got caught up with greed. He got caught up with greed with old sneaky ass Clinton. If you didn't notice how Clinton snuck on in there, Clinton snuck right on in there and started changing the game with money. Making deals with Bill Gates and them, and probably ain't no telling who all they was making deals with. Just like I'ma do. But he forgot to give back to people though. He forgot that if you were there, you and Biden, if y'all were there to help the slaves, really the more modern day slave, which would have been honestly maybe my generation, maybe my mom's, if y'all were really there to help, like why did y'all continue to enslave? Like I'm not gonna blame Obama for that part. Obama wasn't swift enough. They had already started rolling their game. To me, they already started rolling their game. They already started playing that game like that. The reason why I feel they already start playing that game is because Biden is older and Clinton got there before Obama. There's nobody not going to tell me Biden didn't know Clinton. Because ain't no way I'm going to feel nowhere in my heart that Biden, who was the last president on the Democrat side, have not been around with Clinton. But and it makes me wonder again, how did they switch up and change? Because again, if y'all already knew that y'all called yourself using y'all power to make sure that the blacks and the poor and the rights were fair for blacks. If you notice that, then why didn't y'all like have like time frames and do better than what y'all were doing? Because y'all knew that y'all still needed to find a way to keep control. Yes, you're going to give them food stamps, but you ain't going to give them too much to where now they going too far. Then we got to keep paying because we need to put some back too. I just feel like they were kind of very creepy. I feel like it was greed. I feel like Obama snuck in there. And he actually, to me, he was like a puppet. He's not going to like that I said that, but I can't control what I feel. I feel like Obama was like a puppet. Like he really, honestly, when Obama came in, Obama loved his wife. And he worked up his way. And he got in on a lucky break. He got in on a lucky ass break. But let's keep listening. And they not going to ever answer the question. Never.
Them doing some of the things that the Reds are doing right now. But I do think there is going to be a backlash against the Democratic Party is because, and I tell people this all the time, some people are going to get mad at me, they went too damn far left.
Yep.
So if you go too damn far left, why would you keep telling people to stay over there with them? Like, think about that. If you was really someone trying to help me, and you know that I done been in a relationship and it done hit its rock bottom and I need to get out because I'm sinking in it. Why would you if you would tell me to get out, why would you keep telling people to go in the same direction if you literally just said they, which is the Dem'O'Rats, they went too far. Like he just said they went too far. That's it right there. They went too far. And if you've gone through that far, and even me down here who can't get anywhere, and I even see you went too far, so I crossed over. That's almost like, here's all the new modern day slaves. Now we want to cross over where, man, we could see some peace. If y'all want to stay over there, why don't y'all take California and scoot your little asses over there and stay there? And whenever you need something from my earth, send me a message. Send me a message on Instagram. How about that? That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel. I feel like they kind of duped us. And I feel like each one of them should be charged with treason. I feel like each one of them, if they're living, and if their wives got any common sense, they either better hit the stand, or what is it called? That's not pleading the fifth, because if you married, I forgot what it is. If you're married, you don't have to talk. And maybe that's the best answer we'll ever get. Because you know, if you were telling the truth, you would be able to answer every question that's asked of you. And for me, it don't be the hardest questions. If you pay attention, it never is the hardest question. I mean, the little questions, the little simple questions I ask. How do my simple questions go that far? I ask simple questions. I mean, the simpler the question, the quicker the truth, right? It don't never be like that. It's never like that. Because he's saying, listen, he's saying the Dem'O'Rats went too far to the left. So if they went too far to the left, understand what going too far to the left mean. How long before I'm able to turn around and go right? Like y'all ain't never go down the dead end before? Like how long you gonna continue to go down the dead end and you already know that you're not on the right side, but you still gonna stay over there to just see what happens, even though you know they went way too far. Like Obama, no, he went way too far. Biden started all of this and entertained it. But that don't mean he didn't care. They just cared to pat our ass on the top of the damn head. And it looks like they only held on to the blacks. And then they were so lucky enough to start hanging on to the minorities. And what should have happened was, it should have been enough of them to keep hanging on. And that way, it was so much to hang on, even with bringing in the minority. The illegal, not the minority, yeah, the minority. The illegal immigrants. Because what they was probably thinking was, even letting illegal immigrants come in, they still need us. Even watching these Africans come in, they still need us. But see, what they didn't understand that was happening was, when they know that these illegal immigrants was coming in, they didn't really anticipate these. And then again, they might not have anticipated that these illegal immigrants already know that they found a free ride to get in. So why would they go to Bald Man? When they see black men over there working, why would they go to Bald Man and say, hey, would you pay me $15 an hour? I'll work for you. No, because they know the black man over there already going to be at $15 an hour. So I'll undercut you. They didn't know when they mixed all of that in together, it was going to start creating chaos. They didn't realize that it was going to start creating like friction. I don't feel like they realized that. Because one was coddling, one loved money, and the other one was just a pawn in the goddamn boat. I feel like Obama was a pawn in the boat. Because he was a form of getting the black community back under control. That's how I feel about it. I ain't nobody but Lilith tonight. I didn't even realize what I had on my red. You know, this was a belt. And I took the belt off from earlier, and I said, no, I'm going to do it just like this. Y'all know what I'm doing. Y'all already know I'm breaking it down how I see it because I just left these folks' house, and they think they roasted me, but they didn't roast me because I'm going to do a part 2 and a 3 to this. Maybe. Sometimes it get boring. I say I need something new. Hold on, like, let's finish listening.
I mean, normal folks ain't with all that stuff that they doing over there. I mean,
normal folks. See, I'm telling you, I could stop on every little sentence because he's saying normal folks not with that. But he's basically saying that all the people that's decided, the black people that decided to cross over to red, they're not normal. But then in the same breath, to each their own. But they're not normal though. But are they not normal, or are they taking a chance to say, man, it might be enough of us over here? If it's enough of us over here and we start picking up and coming, and we coming in the loads, why would there not be seats available for us? It'll be more of us coming over instead of few of you trying to fight for the seats. Think about if you was playing checkers. This is a game of checkers. To me, I see the red and the black. And tonight, red is outdoing black. But black's still there though. But if they know they not coming to help you and support you, and you see you over there sinking, and you just said they went too far left, why would you still be over with someone that went too far left if you notice more and more of us are coming over? That's almost like telling me it's 4 million black people in Texas, which it is 4.3 or 2 million. If it's 4.2 or 3 million people in Texas, and Texas has the largest amount of black people, and they redistricting whatever they want to do, but we take the mass number. Why do you not think more black people would take over seats? Like, I'm confused. And people say stuff like that. I'm like, the math ain't. The math not ain't to me. Because if it's more blacks over in Texas, why didn't that lady have no turnout? The only turnout that lady had, Crockett, the only turnout that lady had was the people in the audience telling her that she was a fraud. They say that woman is a fraud. They say she over there from somewhere in Illinois. And they say that she is a big attorney. I mean, not attorney, of luxurious family. Not attorney, of family. And she grew up nowhere near the hood. Went to a prestige school. And then when they duplicate her over there in Texas, she turned it up like she Bonquita in them. Y'all know how I play it. I should play the tape. I'm not kidding. I should play it. I am not kidding. Better be glad I can't find that tape, because I would definitely, oh God, that's a whole nother story. I mean, there's so much story to this tit and tat. I say, man, I don't know when I'm gonna ever get done. I'm gonna have to wrap this up, because if I keep going, I'm gonna get deeper into this conversation. But whoever here, they'll be here. Whoever ain't, they'll say, well, it's one of me watching. And I'm going to say, yep, and it's 2 of us listening. It's one of y'all watching and 2 of us listening. So that gave us 4 ears. Let's keep going, man, because all of this still pointing back to the Democrats. And this is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter what anybody say to me. I guarantee you I can find a scenario of what they did and how it affected us as the people. And they still won't admit it. Watch.
look, I'm a man. I got a wife and a kid, and I don't.
So listen now, because he a man and he stayed Democrat. The other men that decided to be strong and go to Republican, he's basically saying, because he the man, because he got a family, he not going over there even though the boatload going.
want the schools talking to my child about certain things. I don't want my daughter.
But okay, he said he don't want the schools talking to her daughter about certain things. But let's stop right there though. I'm gonna tell y'all why we're gonna stop right there. The reason why we're gonna stop right there because, hey buddy, I'm not understanding what you're saying to me. Yes, y'all see me getting this. Just act like y'all don't hear it. Wait a second. Listen. When he say that he don't want his kids going to school and listening to certain things, I mean, y'all just heard him say that. He don't want his kids going to schools, listening to certain things. Now, I'm going to tell y'all why I got a problem with that. So if you don't want your kids going to school, listening to certain things, I want to know why you kept voting for Obama. Is it because you didn't have kids then? Because think about it. He don't want his kids going to school, learning and hearing certain things. Obama is the one that signed for same sex. But you don't want to bother him for that. See, now this is number two. This is number two where it go back to Obama. You tried to blame Biden, but you forgot Trump was president before Biden and he was trying to put the wall up. It went back to Obama. That don't mean Biden wasn't around there, but who was in charge, R. Kelly's? If you're underage, that means no as an adult. Let's go back. Let's go back. This is why I say they say stuff and it's like, I'm really not understanding what you're saying to me. Because no matter what you say to me, we still gonna have to bring the story back.
Daughter being at a disadvantage if she's on some sports team. I don't want to have to worry about
Sports team. When we talk about sports team, and we talk about these men transitioning over to women, who was in office and did that? That goes back to Obama. Oh, it got out of control with Biden. It goes back to Obama. He was the president in charge. I'm confused. I don't want my kids listening to this and learning that. I don't want my kids involved this, that in school. But everything that we're saying thus far goes back to Obama, a Dem'O'Rat. Like I'm confused. And again, I'm not bringing color on the table. I'm bringing action to the table. I'm bringing it happened, yes or no. I'm bringing that to the table. People could say what they want to say, but I'm not a fool. At the end of the day, everything that even this young man have said, and I didn't even let y'all listen to the way they bombarded me, and they bombarded me. I ain't even let y'all wait till y'all hear this part. Listen, that's just, now we 1 hour and 11 minutes. Y'all better tell them thank you right there because it's 1:11. It's 1 hour and 11 on the clock. That's what I can see, 1 hour and 11. So if y'all see that 1:11, y'all better say, y'all walk through the door and say thank you. All you gotta do is y'all got 40-something seconds to just say thank you. And I'm not being funny. It's 1:11 on the clock. I'm taking a pause. It's 1:11. And I got 1 in the chat on the other side. So we got 1, 1, 1, 1. We got 4 ones. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're done. Oh, no, we still got 10 seconds. It's 60 more seconds. So you got 7 or 8 seconds. 1, 1, 1. We got 4 ones. Just hit 12. Y'all better take that blessing and tell them thank you. That'll be nice if I get one person to tell me thank you. Like, give me a 1 or something. I can't see it, but something. Like, damn. I mean, the lady is giving me all her damn knowledge. Nobody can't give me a 1. I hope when I look at this, I say, you know what? They gave me a 1. That'll be good. Because I'm so confused. I am confused when I think about it. How do we not take this back to the rightful owners? See, this is what I'm telling you. We can break it down to who did what. All you got to do is listen to him talk. This man telling on him too. That's what I'm telling you. It doesn't matter what we talk about. I'm going to still take them back to where the country lost at when it came to the people talking. That's all y'all see my fight is about. I just want them to prove, where did it come from? What happened, knuckleheads? And if I could take you back to where you need to be held accountable, I just want, before I leave from here, before 2025 is up, which I know they're not going to do it because they sapsuckers, I just want them to tell the goddamn truth. Ain't that what Sumaine said? The one off Rush Hour? Okay, I might watch Rush Hour tonight. Because they not going to tell the truth, I'm telling you. Because he even saying it. The conversation is going to always go back. And Dem'O'Rats, they're never going to admit it.
Out what name I'm calling somebody, this and that. I really, my attitude is,
what name I'm calling somebody, this and that. And y'all might act like y'all don't get what I'm saying if y'all want to, but I'm a woman. Y'all know good and well when those men start being more feminine and, you know, where they could put their little daisy and lazy loops on and stuff like that, child, and they could strut out the door like they're a queen and a goddess like me. I said, y'all know good and damn well they became very, very loud and arrogant and all up in your faces and all want to be like the real women, like they get monthlies. I mean, like, no, like they spits out babies. And I'm saying to myself, do y'all not understand who Mother Nature is? I got a short talking about it. Go look at the short. Y'all don't know what Mother Nature is, and y'all want to say you don't want your kids to be around loud people and stuff like that. Do you know who allowed those men to start being loud? When y'all really knew men to be loud like that? Even if they did have sexuality preferences, they did it in a little bit more order. Not to say you can't do what you want to do, but you guys know y'all got vocal and vicious with it. Y'all got to a capacity where y'all thought y'all could start walking up in women's faces. Knowing y'all still fight like men. Act like I don't know the videos. Go look at, I got dropped 1,100 videos in less than a year by myself. Thank you, Lord. I ain't have to get nobody to help me. Because all of them right now, I be saying, she owe me. I see her up there. She owe me too. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't owe nobody. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for the detachments. But I owe my brownie cakes. And I owe my mom. And I owe Toy. And I owe me. Whew, and I owe Orunmila. And I owe the Lord. I owe everybody. But all of it is within me. Y'all ain't gonna tell me y'all don't want to take no ownership of nothing that's going on in our country as Dem'O'Rats. Y'all ain't gonna tell me y'all ain't look back over there and seen where the culprits were at. Y'all gonna tell me that I'm honestly making this up. But this man just said he didn't want his children to do this. He didn't want his children to be there. He didn't want his children around the coconut trees. He didn't want them jumping across frog legs. But he gonna tell me that he didn't see Obama the one to write the bill and everybody approved it, stamped it. Long as we kept him in the office. Y'all ain't gonna say y'all didn't know Obama did that, because after Obama, it was Trump. Trump the one put a hold on all of it. Let's keep it real. So Trump put a hold on it, but this man is still saying that he didn't want his kids to see certain things in school. But Trump put a hold on that so that your kids don't see certain things in school. Let's keep it real. Why did you think he stopped all these transgenders, man? Man, it was hurtful to the heart for me to see that so many people that claim they got a good heart was okay with watching men get in the ring with women. And we have babies. And we the one that reproduce it and make sure it's taken care of for not 9 months, knuckleheads, 10 months. And y'all thought it was okay for transgenders to overwork a female body like that. And he know good and damn well if he was a real man and he had to go up against a real man, he would lose. Y'all really wanted to see men on the basketball court watching a WNBA game. Y'all really wanted to see men with wee-wees and nuts running up and down the court. Y'all really wanted to see that because had Trump not came in, do you know the catastrophe that, oh my goodness, the catastrophe that we would have been in with reproducing children? Man, that's disgusting. All over the namesake of greed. Greed. This was all over the namesake of greed. And the Dem'O'Rats still won't admit it. They would not admit it. I don't know why. Like, why won't y'all admit that y'all let so much things come in and take a hold of y'all? You had Biden, who still had, to me, Biden had love and a little meanness in him too, because he seen and heard some things. He learned from somewhere. He ain't just pick it up on his own. He wasn't Moses. And then you had Biden, not Biden, you had Clinton, that's so slick with that moose in his head. He started looking at the money whip on it. Whip them up. Keep whipping them up. They're getting out of control, but whoop them up. And when he seen that it was too out of control, we had Suave Obama come in. We had Suave Obama come in. And they knew if they could get a Suave Obama who was literally next to Black Tu'u, that'll keep us whipped up. Steady whipping us up. They seen that if I bring in the immigrants and illegal immigrants, we'll have them vote for us. So we still have the illegal immigrants too, and we'll still be whipping them up too. Even though we know all kind of chaos and hell. Man, when I look at how the earth look after just sitting here feeling that, man, it feel hurtful on the inside. But it feel good that I'm about to unravel all of that. It feels real good to know that I'm going to unravel these streets the way they were supposed to be. And I'm not being funny. It's just so surreal that when Trump came in, they already knew that it was a couple people that had got tired of the destruction and the dysfunction and all the maliciousness and all the backbiting, tongue twisting of a twangling ass mess this country had done got into. It's disgusting. It was so goddamn bad until I said it was bad. And I'm still saying it was bad. And when I leave from here, I'm going to say, man, that was a great landing over there. Where to next? Who I'm going to be over there then? The real queen that I am? Because I'm ready. And I'm saying to myself, this a mess. But with the right socialist civil circle, we could flip it over. You know, like the old NAACP. You know, the old NAACP, that was the one that used to fight for us and rock with us and, you know, really put their foot down when we seen them come across the news hand again. I mean, these days, I don't see NAACP till like every other leap year. I mean, keeping it real, like, where you been at? I seen a man sitting in the cut the other day. He was in the crowd. I said, he the only one struck my attention. He had NAACP t-shirt on. I said, my God, to be where they been at? I haven't seen them since COVID. What y'all got money too? NAACP, did y'all get money? Because y'all see, in a way, y'all seem to be like in a chokehold a little bit. I'm telling y'all, when you look at NAACP, I ain't even, yes, can I get in this? No, I was about to get in it. NAACP, y'all been stealing too. And y'all know I know it. I was a damn member. And all they wanted was your yearly member fee. That's all it's about. That's all. I've been waiting on the sector over here in Palm Beach County for so damn long. I said, if I give NAACP any more of my money, and I done even called them a couple of times for help, and they really don't even call back. They done got so damn biggity. But they can't show you the work. To me, they can't. I mean, because to be honest with you, they try to act like they into schools and stuff like that. But how much more money are y'all giving to schools than, like, for an example, the Florida Lotto and what they already contribute to the schools? Like, make it make sense. So what school are you really, really, really contributing to? That must be a +6 school. I mean, them stars so goddamn high up there until I can't get no past 7. Is it higher than that? I can't wait to get to it. No, I don't want to go that high. If I can't step down and say I'm out the door, then no thank you. Because I'm not good at jumping in heights and stuff like that. It scares me. But I'm kind of confused. I told y'all these are my theories. It's how I feel. And I don't give a damn what they say. I caught them in a lie. They have been gauging and burgaging blacks and poors and minority. And when Trump came in, game of chess. They knew Trump came in with the right chess moves. And Trump wanted to get a rage started. Because he said, if I don't do something, I believe he kind of, in a way, I believe Trump might have kind of sacrificed himself to do it. Because he one of the most hated men on this planet other than when Bin Laden was. And he will forever go down in history because of that chess move. Trump took the lead in checkers, and Trump took the lead in chess. Whether people like it or not, he led the lead on that. And because he led the lead, is when he stepped in and got it. And he stepped in at the right time. Think about it. He stepped in at the right time to where he made everybody know who he was. Like, from all, and I don't mean know who he was because he's the new president. No, he came with an elbow on their ass. He came with a, I don't care if you like it or not type of mentality. He came with that. Whether people like it or not, he shook things up and woke black people up, even though you do got people like Candace Owens and quite a few of them other ones, but I'm talking about shook it up in a different way. Because he was disturbing things everywhere. He was disturbing it with the other countries. He was disturbing things within the state. But everybody will forever know who Trump is. See, at one point, I thought that Obama was going to be the most talked about president. No, Obama had the most turnout. On voting day, he got the most turnout. I mean, it was lines everywhere. Trump, you did not match that. No, you didn't. So don't take your 2 pence, sling it back on the other side. You didn't do it. Obama slick. Obama played a role to where it's like, I wonder would he ever admit like what he did? Like would he ever say that he got remorse in his heart for Kenya? Would he ever say The only ties I honestly had with the country, to be honest with you, Queen Goddess, the only attachment I had was my wife and my family, and my mom, and my granny. And I had a hunt in my heart that I could really get to know my dad. And when I got to know my sister, and I understand how my sister's over there living, I felt sympathy for them. And right there, it would open up the doors that you did commit treason because your sister probably brought you 2 people first. And then you already knew you start multiplying them, and then you already got Clinton in your damn ear. Y'all already done sold off half of these damn companies. You got Chase, you got Bank of America, you got Citibank, you got Wells Fargo. You got all of these damn banks being managed by this one big ass bank and BlackRock, and they it's so pathetic. And y'all ain't even come back up and say, listen, black people, y'all want to get out of all these fees. Why don't y'all go to the small banks? Y'all, why don't y'all start populating? Why didn't you give, you even right there, you committed treason because right there, Obama, if you did want to see people get out of the hole that they were in, why didn't you start promoting more black banks? Like, why didn't you do that? And these little small black banks, honestly, they scuffling. They need more. And as soon as I get to right where I need to go, I'm going to make sure they get promoted. Because the only way you're going to bring the big companies down, you got to back away from them. It's almost like you do a reset. It's almost like, it's almost like if you're going to somewhere like Publix. If you're from my area, you go to Publix. Or, okay, I'm going to just say Publix if you know Publix. Publix is one of the well-to-do grocery stores, chain lines, I think on the east side, up to somewhere, I don't remember. But I know they're in North Carolina. I think they up another state or 2. But anyway, if they'd have had grocer, and below them is Save-A-Lot, because where I'm from, Aldi's, and they just bought out Winn-Dixie. The difference with their store, they don't have actual name brands, only Publix do. They do the second kind of name brands, but it's way cheaper. How do you change the game back? Most people that don't want to pay that amount, they're going to start getting used to going back to this particular store, which shows them how to start saving their money again. Because even this little store is even far cheaper than Walmart. So small chains like that are the chains that honestly people should start investing in. Those are the little chains. If you're trying to change and drop the market back down, it's chains like Aldi's. And I guarantee you, Aldi's is about to become the next form of Walmart, because what they're going to do, I guarantee you, they're going to start adding on to it. And they're going to sneak in just like Walmart did. The difference is they're doing it in the right way, because they're doing it where they're growing their community small. They noticed Walmart at one point, they're going to have to tell the truth, because they knew what they were doing with a lot of these farmers and a lot of these farmers with illegal immigrants, and the way they kind of treated the business owners, knowing that they could squeeze them out of business, which they did. They even squeezed Huffy out. Huffy with the banana boat seed, they squeezed them all out. And I'm sure there was some bullying going on. It was a lot. I've seen certain of these farmers say they hate Walmart. They hate them. They say they hate Walmart. Google it. Farmers that hate Walmart. And you'll see what I'm saying. It's sickening. But imagine if you start supporting a company like Aldi's, who is even far cheaper than Walmart, and they're far cheaper than Publix. Because remember, Walmart technically is supposed to be cheaper for the poor. That's how they start coming up off of us. They cheaper for the poor. So food stamps turn into cash. When you spend your food stamps at a store, and that store get reimbursed for your money, that's cash money for your card, electronic, or that remember this one right here? Or that paper, remember these paper stamps? So when I turned in a paper stamp, this paper stamp that only can go for certain food, this paper stamp went back in Walmart them pocket as cash money. And they say they cannot afford to pay their employees. How? The people that came in your store came with food stamps that can only come in your store. You got enough money to stock that. The problem with it is you get cash back where you can spend your cash anywhere. See, y'all cheated. Think about what I just said they did. Think about what I just said they did. If you go into the system of Walmart, the employees are complaining that they don't pay them enough. And they overwork them. That's many of them. I'm not showing you anything. Look it up. The problem with it is even Walmart, listen to me. And you can go and look it up. Even Walmart intentionally said that they don't give full-time hours because they know the people can go and get food stamps. But they say because they leave the door open so that they can get stamps and stuff for food and stuff. Walmart, you are liars. The reason why that's a damn lie is because you knew that you were monopolizing everything. So you have paid them in cash, still slaved their ass, allowed them to go to the government with cheating ass Biden and cheating ass Clinton. Let's start with them knuckle sandwich heads. When we go back to them, you already knew that those food stamps was going to roll back over to you in cash money where you could spend your money anywhere. But they were still being cut down because they could get cash here, but they still got to get food stamps. But even the cash that you gave them, you still got it back in food stamp form. You owe us money. And y'all gonna tell me that Obama, Clinton, and Biden didn't have anything to do with this? And y'all gonna tell me, after what I just said, y'all gonna tell me that Trump didn't come in and try to change the game? Matter of fact, he did. Y'all gonna tell me that what Trump did was to be selfish and greedy? Y'all gonna tell me that Trump doing this to free Black Americans, to free enslavement in a different modern day world? And y'all gonna tell me, and I'm not a Dem'O'Rat, I'm not a Republican, I'm none of it. I'm a nonpartisan by choice. And I'm not even that. I'm putting my own ballot on there, Saiddit, with 2 D's. You're gonna tell me that I should not go red? And this man is the one that got all the whips up off of me where I could wake up, and if 5 people in my house go with me that way and 2 of my brothers stayed, which one y'all think makes more sense? Or you think the man that done been in the land because he been in the land and he been here and he decided not to leave, that make him smarter because he's standing up for his land? Put the KKK out there his ass and see if he right. I bet you he scoot his ass across that street then. I bet you he scoot across that goddamn street then. I don't give a damn if he riding on a 3-wheeler with no shoes on and it's hot out the door. I don't give a damn what happened. I guarantee you, let the KKK come. I guarantee you he'll scoot his ass across that street then and then be mad when people leave him. Say, nah, man, you took too long. You know we don't stick around long like that. I mean, y'all got to be kidding me if y'all ain't noticed and heard what I just said. Man, people can say what they want to say. They can come with all their pencil and their papers up my ass if they want to. But I tell you what, if you want somebody to understand what you're saying, go talk to the senior citizens and break it down the right way. Guarantee you get more red on your ass. Told y'all you got to do is sponsor me right over there to your senior citizen communities when it's time for us to start voting, even in these cities. I'm telling you, that's what that socialist civil circuit is for, where you can get things back right. But the things ain't going to be right because half of them always come. When senior citizens be sitting in the damn room, they have talked to senior citizens. You can't get a word in. No, sit down with senior citizens and watch they tell y'all what's really going on in their community. And then these white people be sitting up there, and these old racist-ass supremacist black people be sitting up there taking off all they can take from even the senior citizen because they really don't even listen to them. And them senior citizens the one that built up these damn communities, and they know it. Go talk to a senior citizen the right way. I don't know who Byron Donalds is, but he want to run for Republican president in the state of Florida. Of Jamaican descent family and mom and everybody. But he don't feel that black people deserve reparation. I just told y'all my grandma them and her grandma them the one built up the cities. So you don't think that deserve reparation even just at that level? Come here, knucklehead. See this when you go to talking to the senior citizen, and then you say, Miss May, listen at this. You say, Miss May, you notice how long you've been working? She gonna say, yeah. She say, girl, I done worked so hard, and she gonna go into a whole story, and we gonna have to listen to her, bless her. I'm gonna say, do you feel like all the work you did, what's some of your struggles? She gonna say, girl, marrying that no good old man. I'm telling you what she gonna say, because she always tell me that, and she 80-something years old. And you better know it. And I got receipts. She said, marrying that no good old man, and then getting on them jobs, and they don't have one to pay you. And then got to come home and still deal with these children, and their daddies ain't nowhere to be found. She gonna tell you the story just like that. She gonna say, and I'm looking around this community, man, these kids, these children ain't nothing like how they used to be. That's why you see my boys over there, that's why you see they don't do so and so and so and so. And I'm trying to stick around long as I can to keep their children in line. Them are great-great-grands. And then you say, oh, okay. And I step in and I say, well, let me ask you a question. Do you think it's fair for a man from Jamaica, mama descent Jamaica, he born somewhere around there, but in a Jamaican house where I guarantee you he still understand patois. He could talk back in the language, might sound a little prepper when he go over there to visit his own country, bless his soul. They got a lot of roots to plant, but they got more palm trees, so they kind of rooted over there. Okay, but you trying to tell me he got the galls to tell any of us that you don't deserve reparation? How you feel about that? What you think the senior citizen gonna tell me? She right there. That's when you wake them up. That's when you wake them up. That's when you got to wake them up. But what if I tell her, let me tell you what happened with Obama. And don't forget, she talking to the right person that know how to tell her bit by bit. And I can't wait till y'all start inviting me to these bit by bits. Because I want to go talk to the bit by bits. I want to talk to the no voices was heard. I want to talk to that particular community. If y'all want me to come and talk to those communities, I'm going to start putting stuff like that up. I will come to those particular events, because I definitely want to talk to the senior citizens, because those are the ones of Democrat. Those are the ones that have suffered more from Democrats. Those are the ones that understand what real struggles were. Those were the ones that'll tell you the real stories about how they felt with them husbands. Those are also the ones that's going to tell you how they really felt about them children. Those are the ones that built up the community, because houses was next to nothing when they tried to get in and get them. And their houses was damn near free, and they've been holding on to them ever since, even though the white man's still trying to take it from them. Those are the ones that's going to tell us about the community. I mean, from what I can hear.
That's not something that schools should really be focused on. They need to be focused on educating people.
Right.
So there are.
So if we need to be focused on educating people, you don't think I should go into senior citizen land and let the senior citizen land know and understand what the difference is and what's going on with the Democrats versus what's actually going on with the Republicans, and then show them slideshows of what's actually going on with these particular parties, and then show them the actually what's going on with those particular parties, and then we let them make a synopsis and get an understanding of things a little bit better. That's why I made, you know, me, Queen Goddess, that's by me answering a question as honestly as I know how, because it's all about the people. And if anybody ain't paid attention, it's about the seniorities. And what they do when they go to these meetings, they push them away. But they not understand, it's those particular communities, that guess what? Those particular communities are the ones that's holding the community together right now. What do you think happened if Trump didn't step in and slow things back down to make people kind of scared? Make them really back in a little bit. Make them start understanding things y'all either about to gain or things you're about to lose. You can only go one of two ways. And he jumped in and he reminded me, we got illegal Africans. We can go on, and I will. I want those illegal Africans definitely out, because I know we see kind of got a lot of entanglement with the Mexican ones. So y'all only see Mexicans? I mean, I'm a little offended. I need y'all to start going after some of these illegal Africans. 866 DHS, the number 2, ICE. There's a $750 reward to get rid of an illegal immigrant by calling in. It is per head. Now, they in turn get basically a finder's fee. They get a finder's fee for finding themselves and then turning themselves in, and then we'll reward them $1,000 for finding themselves, rewarding themselves, and then we're going to give them $1,000. Then we're going to put them in a decent holding cell until we put them on a plane with AC, everything of course, and then we will land them to the 3 continents over in Africa out of 50-something that agreed to take them back. I mean, that's a whole lot coming from people that was let in by a president that really didn't give a damn. He was really just appointed, and he ended up being the middleman. Thank you so much, Elsa. Thank you, anybody that flew in with me. You know this is your girl, Yep, Queen Dee Dee. Listen, if you have any questions or anything, I think maybe tomorrow, I don't know, I might do a quick question and answer. I said I was going to go through the rest of this, but I said, you know what? I think I beat him with a horse a whole lot of long time. And I know he probably thought I was finna roast him, but nope, I ain't got to do that. I'll hold this one right here. I think I'll hold this one. I'll hold this one in the vault. Because if I ever got to come back to this, because I've already proved enough of what I'm talking about, which is, I just wanted to get back to this right here. They never going to answer the question. That's why we need to give them a thump of appeal and give them our damn thumb. As of 2025, you are no longer Democrats. Until further notice, you are called Dem'O'Rats. You Dem'O'Rats. And you illegal Africans that want to mimic us black Americans, but you don't even know how to talk Ebonics, you little damn illegal African, yo. African.